Hi, I'm Mia Engelberg, and today I will be introducing Bronwyn. You know the girl who sits quietly in the corner of the classroom? Well, that's not Bronwyn. Most likely, she is sitting on top of a table or desk, laughing. Back in freshman year English, the first thing I noticed about Bronwyn was her contagious positivity. She always highlights the bright side to situations, and we are so lucky to have her in our class of 2024. Now, I'm sure Bronwyn has an incredible speech for us, so without further delay, I give you our point master herself, Bronwyn Saatkamp.
I didn't mean to almost get Caroline Holtzclaw fired, but I probably should have left the first time her boss gave us a look. My dear friend Caroline had just gotten a job at Paradox, which is in Midtown for all you non-Midtown losers, and I, being the great friend that I am, decided to go see her doing all of her fancy job stuff. So I showed up at Paradox, which y'all should go check out because it's super cool, and I had a blast. Caroline, on the other hand, sure, if you would call getting threatened by your boss a blast. Eventually, she said, "Bronwyn, you've taken up so much of my time that I'm going to get in trouble if you don't buy something." So, as the true St. Mary student that I am, I bought a book. Now, I can't really say the title of this book in chapel because it has a bit delicate words that might scare some of our darling sixth graders and cause some of the higher-ups to throw a hissy fit. But if you're interested, come find me after chapel. The author of this book, John C. Parkin, realized that he had a problem with worrying. So he wrote this book to teach other people what he himself learned. Don't worry about things over which you have no control. For example, let's talk about the weather. Over the summer, the weather was unbearably hot. We all know it was miserable. No one wanted to go outside. Our soccer practices were getting canceled because we legally weren't allowed to play in that kind of heat. And then last week, I went to dinner with my family, and we sat outside on the patio of the restaurant, and at first it felt so nice. But as it got dark, it got cold, and then I didn't want to be outside anymore. And for you people who are like, well, why didn't you just wear a jacket? It would have ruined the outfit. The author of this book says that he always giggles when people complain about the weather, because what's the point? He says to complain about the weather is the most absurd example of not accepting the world as it is, because there's nothing you can do about the weather other than accept what it does. All right, what else should we talk about? How about fashion? Perhaps you spend a decent amount of time on your looks before leaving the house. You may even walk out of your room and your mom says, "What even is that?" And then you walk back into your room to find new clothes. Not that I've ever experienced that. There's this whole idea of what's in, what peak fashion is. And according to the interwebs, the 2023 fashion is oversized everything, corsets, Y2K revival, and cowboy cosplay? Okay. If you don't want to dress like a Y2K cowboy with an oversized hat and boots and a corset with fringe on it, you might be normal, congratulations. You don't have to abide by the current fashion laws because there's no need. There is no need for me to hunt through my closet to find something that matches today's fashion because I can't control how people see me. I'm gonna wear what I want even if people form opinions of me because that's what people do. They form opinions that you can't change, and so there's no point in worrying about them. All right, third time's a charm. Shall we consider plans and goals? Plans and goals are really important to a lot of people. They have their whole life planned out with little check boxes checking away their accomplishments until they've completed the checklist of their life. People always think that this is what they want, an outline of their life, all nice and organized so they can just follow along. But you can't do that if you don't know what you want, and then you're struggling to check things off. We're all too worried about our plans and goals, and then we check those off and move on to the next ones. That's your life. Where's the excitement? Where's the living? If you're not worried about the plans you have in place, then there's so much opportunity to fill your life with new and exciting experiences. Little moments where you can just experience life, just be. John C. Parkin says that things don't matter so much, and he's right. We worry about things and make them a bigger deal than they are. And for what? Why am I worried all the time? It's nice outside, you look good, and it's perfectly fine to just exist. Thank you.